into my 2,865th edition of Short-Term Trading Live with Oscar. And there are times that we do videos about slightly longer term trading, and this one very well may be that. Traders, you know it's risky trading out there. Risky. No matter what is happening, you've got to put your protective stops in. Always put them in first. Never trade without them. So, first thing and foremost, I'm going to number 4 on the board. Now, by the way, this video is for trading Sunday night through Monday. That's February 10th, Sunday through Monday, coming up after the weekend, 2025. Number 4 on the board, coffee hits the Omni 413 target. Are you kidding me with that? Look at this. Right up to 413. In fact, it hit 413.95 and cracked, well, came down a little bit. Still positive. Hits the first target. The next target is still valid. Now, is that not amazing analysis? Go Omni, go. All right, so for trading next week, you know, I spend my week watching markets, right? So how I was trained as a kid, literally at 18 years old, I stood on the trading floor with something called a point and figure chart, which is graph paper. You pull out a pencil. Every time the market goes up 5 points, you put an X. If it reverses, it goes down 15, you start putting O's, or you can have a 5x3 reversal. And what you do is you watch the market, every move it makes, and you track that market, constantly track it. Well, that's the way I was trained, to just sit and watch. So what happens to me each day is I watch all day long the action, and then I expect the charts to look a certain way that evening for tomorrow's analysis. In many cases, I've got that right. Slightly bigger picture, I watch all week long. Even though I'm not putting the X's and O's anymore, I watch the same. I watch all week long, and then I expect over the weekend the markets or charts to look like the mental picture in my head. Well, I've been watching all week, and I will tell you, I haven't liked the picture being built all week long. So I sat down today all day long and did analysis to see what that means, and I am here to show it to you. Traders, number 1 on the board, technical signals are all calling for the stock market to have a pullback, or at least what I like to call a market adjustment lower. Fundamentals, number 2 on the board. Fundamentals agree that number 1 is correct, that we should have a pullback. Why? The music has stopped, the party is over. What does that mean? Traders, there's an old adage, and it's worked 100% of the times since I started 43, almost 44 years ago. The old adage is, when the band stops playing, that's the Fed and Jerome Powell, the music stops, and the party is over. The rally has to come to an end for a while. Not saying the top is in forever and we're going to have a bear market, but when the Fed stops lowering rates, it's just, might as well have raised them. It stops the music. So in other words, hey, the music's playing wonderfully while the Fed is lowering rates. As soon as they stop lowering rates, the dancing stops, the music stops, and the party comes to an end. That brings us back to number 1. The technical signals are now calling for what the fundamentals have already shown us would happen. A pullback or a market adjustment towards the downside is on its way for S&P, NASDAQ, Russell. I'm not calling for crashes here, not crazy. I'm going to tell you that we're going to have a pullback based on my technical analysis. Bitcoin, number 3 on the board. Bitcoin, crypto in general are joining in on this look in number 1. And then, of course, coffee hits the target, could care less about the downside, it goes straight up like a missile. So, I've got great charts that will absolutely depict everything on this board that I wanted to show you and speak about. You need to pay attention to these charts. You've got the whole weekend. Do your own analysis. See if this looks like it's going to be right. Now, in my last video, I asked the question. We had this wedge on NASDAQ, and we had a double top in the Dow. My questions to you in the last video was, will we get through that wedge and finally get above the double top? Crude going down, bonds going up, will that propel us through the double top? Many of you said yes. Personally, I thought yes too, I have to be honest, but that's not what's transpiring, and you will see those charts in a moment. So our opinions, of course, never mean anything because we're humans, and we get that wrong all the time. Why? We've got bills, we've got reputation, we've got child support, we've got this, we've got that, car payments, you name it. You know what doesn't have any of that? The chart, the technical analysis, doesn't have any of that going on. It's always right. We get to read wrong. The charts get them right if in the right hands, and you know those charts are in the proper hands when they're in mine. So let me show you what's coming next. What else is going on, traders? If you need trading recommendations, if you don't know what to do during the day, if you're in and out of the market, you don't understand why, you don't know where to place stops, all that bad stuff, come join the Platinum service at livewithoscar.com. Last month alone, if you were only trading one lot, which is the lowest possible denomination of the trades I belt out, if you were just trading one lot only, you would have made over $10,000 just trading the Omni recommendations for the month of January. Please make sure you join. You would have made over $73,000 if you would have been trading last year, just one lot. That is the Platinum service, the Omni trading recommendations at livewithoscar.com. Do yourselves a favor and join those recommendations. They'll help you tremendously. What else is on the board? We've got our March Deadhead Camp. Deadheads, the Grateful Dead. If you want to see the Grateful Dead and come to a 4-day live session with Oscar where I will teach you the art of Oscar's market navigational indicator, the Omni, I will teach that to you if you want to come out. And during that 4-day event, on Saturday, we're going to see the Grateful Dead at the Sphere. It will be the best show you have ever seen. I've seen it already. I liked it so much, I bought 6 tickets. And the Omniacs that come to the March Omni Camp, 3rd week of March, if you come out for that Omni Camp, you're going to not only learn the Omni and become a great analyst and trader, you're going to go see Grateful Dead in the best arena ever built. Grateful Dead is on me. If you're a deadhead and you want to get better at trading, go to omnibootcamp.com. Go now, fill out those applications. I will call you. The seats are moving quickly. There's only a few left. I only bought 6, and people know the band's there plus me, so they're starting to go. Make sure you contact me, omnibootcamp.com. I will help you out. Lastly, I will ask you, please subscribe to these videos. Please share them around the internet. And then leave your comments below. If you guys follow me, you know I answer just about every comment. I always write back. Leave your comments below. Tell me what you think about the chart segment we're about to see. Do you think it's right? Do you think this is pointing? Tell me your opinion. Do you agree? I'd love to hear your comments below. Traders, we're about to go look at some great charts, but before we do that, you must remember, keep your emotions out of trading. One of the best things you can do to help keep those emotions at bay is place your protective stop first, most important. Then say this to yourselves over and over again, and by now you should know what that is. Stops are in. Emotions are out. Now, traders, let's go look at some charts, and this is for a slightly longer term view, not for just trading on Monday. Okay, traders, on Wednesday night for trading Thursday, I said, hey, this is where we're at. Do you think we're finally going to get above this double top? Because we hit the double top, right? Top 1, came back down. Top 2, had a reaction. Maybe that was it. Started heading back up. So my question was, will we blast through this or not? And I would say more of you than not said yes, we'd go through. There were a lot of you that said no, but more, the majority said we would go through. And I was in your camp, by the way. And this is what happened. It went up and failed again, kids, and came back down. Now, that's not good when you've already had a pullback from a double top, that it tries to go back up. That's like what you call a last gasp of air. That's a little bit scary. So you've got that, right? Look at this. Now we've got NASDAQ, and my question to you on that same video was, we're right here. Are we going to finally propel and get ourselves through the top of this? Will we get through the top of the wedge? Most of you, same answer, thought yes. A handful said no. Look what happened here. This, not only did it get right above that wedge, turn around and crack and close at the lows, but it put what I call an outside reversal day in. The high is higher than the day before's high. The low is lower than the day before's low, and we were going up. This reversed and is going down. That is an outside reversal in NASDAQ. What else is going on? S&P double top. Ever since the double top, it's never made it back to that double top. It's been reeling since. An outside day has been put in on the S&P as well. The high is higher than the day before's high. The low is lower than the day before's low. It's going down, not up. Reversal. That's two major markets, right? Really three. S&P, the chart showing you that. NASDAQ, you've got an outside reversal. The Dow failed with its last gasp of air at the double top. And look at this. There's a big head and shoulders. Now, I've been monitoring this for a while and not really saying much about it, but this is a big head and shoulders formation in what we deem the leader of U.S. indices, the Dow Jones Transportation Average. That's clearly a left shoulder, clearly a head, and the right shoulder is now building. And you know, there's little heads and shoulders built inside of this head and shoulders, and a lot of times when that happens, it gets a little scary. So this could be telling us that we've got a little bit of downside market adjustment coming. But let's look, what else is there? Okay, now there's crypto and Bitcoin, a whole different aspect of the markets, right? Well, Bitcoin has been doing well on this support line, but now after hitting, far away hitting, bounce again. Now it's underneath that support line. It's been there a bunch of times. It never gets below there. That's Bitcoin starting to point towards the downside. If you'll note, it started at a double top. This, traders, has been a thing here. Now wait, same chart, Bitcoin. Drop the average on Bitcoin and look, it held beautifully here last time. It even held here, but now we've got 3 bars underneath that average. It was working really well until we got below double top, starting to break the support, starting to look like U.S. indices. So that, and then there's this. The big hitters out there like Microsoft, a big piece of our market. Does this look good to you right now? This is where the highs came in. It's been going down since, right? And this was almost a double top up there. And then you've got this. Another big hitter in our markets is Google, right? Huge stock, and the high was put in back here. And we're starting to reel right now. That's where we rest on Friday afternoon. What else? Big hitter like Tesla. Tesla is starting now to put in this downward move. Hopefully we'll end up calling that a bull flag, but for now, you got a lot of movement inside this channel that could bring us much lower. Tesla does not look good for the short to intermediate term either. All of that makes me think that this Dow chart is correct. You've seen it already, that this was a last gasp of air, last gasp, we'll see, and that the head and shoulders is also correct, and that the leader is trying to tell us that at some point we need to adjust lower to make up for the Fed turning off the music. Then we've got this. After all of that's been said, traders, that's for intermediate term, the next couple of weeks maybe. Longer term, the worst of our indices charts on a daily, this is that transports on a weekly, does not look terrible at all. So the longer term fund managers, this is not for what I showed you in those last 20 charts or so, were not for you. This is for the fund managers. If you're day trading or trading within a week or so's time period, every other chart I just showed you applies to you. So longer term, overall, the long term still looks quite stable. That's transportation average. Look at the Dow Jones. That is the market. Weekly, long term, that's pretty stable, right? There's nothing wrong with that. Plenty of room for a pullback, maybe drop to the bottom of here. That doesn't ruin a market. That's a lot of pullback, but that doesn't ruin a market. So longer term, we're okay. But for shorter term outlook, Monday into next week, you know, those charts are certainly pointing towards some sort of market pullback or market adjustment. Traders, you've got time to do your homework over the weekend. I hope this helps. Make sure you join me at livewithoscar.com. Leave your comments. And if you want to join me for OmniCamp, get to omnibootcamp.com now.